I'm going to report you to my people. What's up? What happened to the court? What happened to the court? You see? What happened at the courts yesterday?
That's what happened.
Can you believe it?
So, who is or was your mentor growing up?
Who was my mentor growing up? Okay, so when I was growing up, I had some cousins. Okay. I have a number of cousins, but there was one that I used to look up
to.
Yes, very much. Her name is Edith. Abby. We call her Abby. Okay. Yeah. So I used to look up to her. I always wanted to do what she did. Okay. You know, so I wanted to. That kind of thing. So I think thinking about it, she was my mentor growing up. Yes, because that's all I wanted to be.
And during the school days, you have moments where you had to attend some programs aimed at mentoring you, aimed at getting you inspired into the kind of future career you intend to have. Or along the line, did you go somewhere and decided, no, this is why I want to do this?
Well, as I grew up, still my sisters, I call them my sisters because we grew up together. Yeah. It's still so. They are the ultimate, in my view, they are the ultimate definition of successful women. Absolutely. To me, because these are established legal practitioners, marketers as well, and so I am privileged to have been exposed to an amazing family. Yes. That
when you mentioned the legal practitioners and all that, so it has with what is happening within the legal setting. And
absolutely.
You know that when Justice Georgina Theodora Wood became the Chief Justice, there was something that she introduced, Chief Justice Mentorship Program, where young people are mentored. So over the years, it became an annual initiative, an annual event in the calendar of all Chief Justices who will come. So every year, the selected students and then underprivileged young people will be brought to the Supreme Court. Lawyers, judges will have the moment to share experiences with them. And since then, 2007, 2008, up to now, there have been a lot of people who, some of them have become legal practitioners now and all that.
Wow. So I think we need to give Ibrahim one.
Yes.
A mentor. To go and study law. He's been stubborn.
Yeah. So yesterday somebody was asking,
you talk for a living, must go and do the thing.
Law. I don't know where is that coming from. Yeah. Like you guys conspired somewhere. There was a meeting at a certain high place. Almost everybody is asking me.
I started telling him this in 2018.
Somebody just yesterday asked me, only I be more law, and I said no, I don't know. I'll find out from IB.
Yeah, probably they you see when you have friends like Nadidi. You speak the way we speak.
Yeah, no, people leave me out of this.
You just leave me out of this. Something. Yeah. That day has always been.
You see you. Yes. So it rubs off me.
That's why I always say go to
there. You are a liar of Baghdad.
No, IB is an inspiration on its own. Yes. It gets you inspired a lot and all that. So.
Like I told him, son. When I say you just brush it up. Recently, he's had someone else also reiterate it to him. So hopefully he will listen.
Oh yeah, that's true. No. In fact, all things being equal, next year I think we should follow suit.
Yes.
I think we should do it together.
Yes, I think we should.
In fact, there's no way they can waive all the things and this because
I beg
done.
You.
Yeah, no. In this case,
the interesting thing is, they tell you that it's not the same.
Yeah.
Yes,
That's true.
you'll be used to the practice. When you go for the theory.
It's different. Yes. Yeah, that's true.
And so you get it that when you come. Yeah. For those who are in the practice, not as in lawyers already, but they are in the legal space. Some of them are clerks and all those things, and all those ones, administrators and stuff like that.
When they come to the client,
you see the difference. Yeah. And so. When those who have not also had that experience, when they are done with the theory and they go, they are hit with the reality that there are a lot more things that happen that you do not get to know about in the classroom. Yeah. So you have to equally humble yourself.
That's true.
If you go and do
the courts will humble you.
The court will humble you.
Yeah.
If you go and do kakeku, yes.
Yeah.
Some of them they will see that you are. But if you come here and doing, I know my stuff. I know my stuff. They will watch you.
So there was a case that I witnessed. Well, it wasn't a case of public interest. So I was just sitting through one of the proceedings, waiting for the time to for the case to be called, and then the young lady stood up to announce herself, and then before the court, and the judge was just looking at her. I was like, simple things you cannot do. At a point in time, the judge has to bash her, and sometimes you feel for the but then again, like now that they say, you need to humble yourself.
Yeah,
I've had situations whereby young lawyers have come to the registry trying to file certain processes, and then their attentions are being drawn to certain basic, and then they feel that no, I am the lawyer and I know this, so this is what I want. And then they have the registrar saying that no, go and do it again. But something that you can just
be allowed to correct.
Just humble yourself. They will just correct you. Do that, and they'll have it done. They will come like Charlie. Then they will have to go and start all over again. So you see, those things are there.
You're right. Confidence is good.
Yes.
But in this part of our world, there should be a very subtle way of exhibiting confidence.
There has to be confidence with tact.
Exactly.
So that you don't appear arrogant.
Because immediately there is some semblance of I'm better than you. I know much more than you. Hello, you know who I am.
You
are doomed.
Your own grave.
And it happens at the courts.
But sometimes too, it's not that the person is behaving as though I'm better than you or I know what I'm about. Yeah. Sometimes it's the person who is being approached that it's intimidated.
Oh yeah.
Even before you speak to the person thinks that look at this person full of himself, full of him or herself.
The atmosphere is intimidating, and there's a way that you have to also approach it. Yeah. It's about knowing the lines and being able to handle the issues that way, which will give you the plot. There are people that you see arguing, why this guy is so arrogant? Then this guy looks so confident. You can easily draw the line.
There was a story brought us, a young lady who had received praises from
yes. So clearly in her case, so at the Supreme Court, before you get to the Supreme Court and speak or announce yourself and start to address the panel. I do know that you need to have a 5 years experience. And this is somebody who, at the time, 1.5 years.
Wow.
And then her senior has just sent her to go. For this case, I don't think go for an adjournment for me. Wow. And that unfortunately that day when he came, the judges have apprised themselves that this case will be heard today.
Will not adjourn.
They will not adjourn, so it will be heard today. Wow. And then where is your senior? So apparently my senior says that so we should come for an adjournment. And they said that you either move the case right now or consider your case. Then she just have to get on her feet. Wow. So this is somebody who was already prepared.
Exactly. That's the point.
She didn't come with the fact that my senior
I'm just coming for adjournment, so let me not read around, let me not get my
brief. That was how it started from. So she started to talk, and you know that this person knows. So they asked her, how old are you at the bar?
So 1.5 years.
She said 2 years.
2 years. Okay, because obviously,
2 years. Wow. And virtually all the panel, this one look at the other person's face and all. So they asked a question, she clarified, she had a point, she answered, and then immediately all of them started clapping. All the panel, including the Chief Justice, started clapping for us. So I was just sitting there and said, wow.
Did she win the case?
They won the case at the end. It was this issue about Abronye. Spousal.
The spousal. Okay.
At the end. And in fact, that day, I was just sitting there, I was like, wow. Not many people will come to the Supreme Court and get the Supreme Court attention like she did.
She got an opportunity and she seized it. That's what life is all about.
Anytime I see her, I said, you don't know what, if I had messed up,
that would have been
young people would have the opportunity again. And always all the time. And in fact, that particular interview that I had with her immediately after, the Supreme Court acknowledged or lauded her for that particular confidence and the knowledge that she shared was so amazing. So, of course, when you go there and show good dates, they will
praise you.
There have been people also that came there and then Charlie. Sometimes you didn't want to report.
There was a story
when you do that, you know that you kill.
No, there was this story. That one they reported. Ken Crunchy and then what the justices had.
Yeah. You know, Ken has been
It's
the
a
public,
perennial.
Ken is a public figure.
Oh, okay.
You get it, and he has been around for a very long time. And so when the case came to, you note the case that we are talking about and all that. So at that particular point, as a lawyer, when you file a case, sometimes you're allowed to sit back, allow another lawyer, get a lawyer to prosecute or do your case for you. But in this case, he said that he wants to do the case himself.
Yeah.
However, there were certain things that he ought to have done, and the panel was of the view that no, if you have allowed somebody, a lawyer with so much experience to do, because you are an experienced man in the field, but you just came into the legal setting. At least you need a master who can guide you.
See,
And he
you
said,
see, you didn't mention Asinam's mentor. That's Setowari.
I almost let her.
It's our own set.
And it was
Yes.
set who directed it to go and say, okay.
Okay.
They go for an
and
adjournment
he
for-
also deserves some
And then,
accolades.
yes,
You see,
Seth
there are
has
some
been-
people when they go to the law school, they take their lessons seriously.
No, if you know set and the kind of anytime I see.
Hey, so you won't do court today again?
Anytime
We are doing
I
this
see-
court today. Which other court is better than this
If you
court?
don't know, you come and deal with me over here. You see,
I mean, easily. Let that be. If you know set and the way
He knows
handled
what I'm talking
himself-
about.
Yes, ever since he was called to the bar, and I started following him. I started to follow him anytime he comes to go. I meet him at the corridor, and then I try to seek some advice, some explanation, and the way he walks you through when he comes to the Supreme Court, the way he argues his case. If he comes to the High Court, the way he presents himself and he presents his case, you know that if such a person is your leader, and I'm not surprised. And
the
in
way
fact,
is your front.
when the incident, I never even knew that it was
Yeah.
SM's.
Yeah, mentor.
Yes,
Yeah.
you get it. So
Yes.
this is how the whole thing happened.
Yeah.
So
Seth
now let's
is
go
a
back
big
to the
brain.
conversation
Uh,
about
just
About
about mentorship,
yeah.
which the CJ was in attendance.
Yes. So
Yeah.
like I was taking you through
So
the
good
history.
morning to you, Setowari.
Yes.
Continue
Good
doing
morning,
the
boss
amazing
man.
work you're doing.
Yeah.
Yes.
The last time I
Yeah.
saw him was that.
Your boys and girl are here.
Yes.
Yeah.
Your boys and girl
Are
your
here.
boys.
are here. So
Yeah.
do something.
Yes, before.
Do something.
This I will not add before you die. But
No,
you do
yes,
no, no,
just
let's
do
just do
something.
something.
That's all. Before the day ends, do something. boss. So let's proceed.
Yesterday was an opportunity for an enhanced version of the Chief Justice Mentorship Program. So, for Chief Justice Gertrude Araba Esaba Sakitokon, when she came, what she has decided to do, or what she has started doing, was that his formed justice clubs in some selected senior high schools, and it's on a pilot basis. So next year we're hoping that she's hoping to extend it to other regions and all that. So if you go to the Accra High, the one just here, they have former. She has launched one there. You go to Chemu Senior High School, Presec, and then some Kayaye.
Wow.
Hey,
Yes.
how can you say
Kayaye.
Kayaye? Bo, Ganyo. Kayaye.
Oh, no.
Kayayo. Hello, Kayaye.
It's a ye.
So
that was
let me just
the plural is Kayaye, yes.
address this. We hear it a lot. Kayaye. Kayayo and
one.
Kayaye is adopted from Ga. Kayayo is one.
Yeah.
Yes.
Kayaye is plural. So when you say Kayaye, you don't have to add
Yeah.
an S. One is Kayayo.
Yes.
So yes, one of the groups is
Yes.
Kayaye.
Kayaye.
It's for Kayaye.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. So like now they mentioned.
So they'll go to the law school?
So they have been meant. What the whole club is to do is to
Hey, Jesus.
let people understand the tenets of the law. Let people understand what the judiciary stands for, all the levels of the courts, and then those in school who want to become lawyers, who want to venture into the field of the judiciary. And you notice that yesterday there was an interesting question that was asked. Why is it that the executive and the legislature are all over the place? Is it deliberate that we don't so much hear about the judiciary? Then the question was like, yes, the judiciary has a way of doing its own things, so that it's a tradition that is there, so that we are not up there like we see from the executive and then all that. So yesterday, the launch of an enhanced version where now we have, in fact, there's a moot court competition which started with all these schools, and today will be the final day. But yesterday
Fantastic.
it was launched. But let's hear from the Lady Chief Justice on this particular the enhanced Chief Justice program yesterday.
Part of the groups impacted by the Chief Justice's Mentoring Group program for many years under the auspices of the United Nations Population Fund, Ghana. The third group that has given me the pleasure of inaugurating a Justice Club is the United Nations Youth Association of Ghana. We have chosen to function among youth groups found in schools, marketplaces, among the underserved and under-recognized, and among youth associations, because the judiciary is very serious about demystifying its work to the community in the most meaningful way, through deliberate and consistent interaction in settings that are also fun-based and allow continuous learning. Next year, we will be on the road again to inaugurate more justice clubs in the regions of Ghana. I must applaud and shout my thanksgiving to the team that have made this dream of enhancing the mentoring program possible. Her Ladyship, Professor Justice Olivia Nkuchede J.A., Chair of the Mentoring Committee, who has been the driving force of getting these justice clubs inaugurated, and her team of mentors, my lords, my ladies, your honors, your worships, thank you so much. I can find most of them in this corner, including the MC for today, Her Worship Mensma Akon. I cannot thank you enough. Director Pomfosu and your team of dedicated leaders and staff in the communication department of the Judicial Service, we are grateful for your outstanding service constantly given for the benefits of the country. I'm very grateful for the enthusiasm which teachers, school authorities, and education administrators have, along with your students, embraced this event. Teachers, headmistresses, administrators, I see you at the back there. Thank you very, 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 very much. We could not have done this without you. And the mentors include lawyers. I'm sorry if I only spoke about the judges. Can we see some of the lawyers? I know Senior Justin Amenuvo, Senior Counsel, is part of the group.
Lady Chief Justice Gertrude Saki talked on while launching the Enhanced Chief Justice Program, mentorship program, or mentoring program yesterday.
So we also know that the GBA President Efua Gate was there.
Yes.
What did she also say?
Yes, Efua Gate was also sharing an experience whereby she was part of the very first day when this whole mentorship program was put together. And she has a message for these young ones by way of how this initiative will help them. But she made references to them, but some of the people who started, some of them are even lawyers now.
Noble path of service that goes far beyond courtrooms and legal documents. Lawyers are architects of justice, guardians of human rights, and agents of social change. When we take our oath, we pledge to uphold the principles of fairness, protect the vulnerable, and ensure that the fundamental rights of every Ghanaian are respected. As young students, you might wonder, what does service truly mean? Service is the daily commitment to a cause, to make a difference, no matter how small it is. It is about standing up for what is right, even when it is difficult. It is about using your knowledge, skills, and passion to help others and to create opportunities where none seemed to exist. The legal profession in Ghana is rich with stories of lawyers who have performed creditably and advanced our nation.
So that is the very first national female president of the Ghana Bar Association, Madam Ifwa Gatti, also sharing some moments with these young ones at the launch. But of course, the chairperson of the Chief Justice Mentorship Program, Justice Professor Anku Chide, also has a message, and she's been telling us the schools. And she also has a message. She has also been saying a lot of things about how this whole matter happened, the reason they have to come out with these schools. And so the schools that took part yesterday, like I mentioned, about 6 schools, one today, they'll crown that, or there'll be a final competition of moot courts where these Kayaye and then the students will come together, perform like a normal court sitting, and then there will be a verdict, or there will be a decision as to who wins the competition, and then those people will be awarded. But yesterday, the student had the opportunity to visit some of the court, to observe court sittings, and also to interact with judges from the Supreme Court of Justice. Richie Bafo, for instance, took time to also share his life story, very interesting one, with them, all in an attempt to inspire these young ones. So in terms of the Chief Justice Mentoring Program, today there'll be a final section with the moot court.
Fantastic.
Competition.
Now, the men's gold case.
Yes, we told you so many about the men's gold case. The effect of it is that yesterday there was no sitting in relation to Nana Appiah Mensah's motion to have the stay of proceedings pending an appeal that he's going to the court, have at the Court of Appeal. He wants to challenge the order for him to open his defense. So December 5, he'll be back in court for that motion to be moved.
Okay. And what is coming up?
Yes, today we're having the case of the Salif Amuakun and the wife and one other, Linda Osubempa, in relation to allowing unlicensed person to drive. And so that case before his Anna, Mr. Samuel Bright Mensah, prosecution was expected to file disclosure and then witness statement at the last court sitting. They filed a first batch and hoping to file. The court said they should file the other before today's sitting so that there will be case management conference. So we'll know more in the pleasure of the court when the case come up. Then, of course, you notice the issue about many people, when you mentioned the Ghana Football Association.
Number 12.
I was just reading that the FA has given backing to Ado and all that. Many people thought that if Anas had not come out with that expose, Ghana football wouldn't have been in this shambles. Of course, that expose has led to Nyantechi being charged, and the case is still pending at the High Court. There's an order for Anas to unmask Nyantechi before the trial starts, and Anas is saying that I won't have that. The prosecution is challenging that order.
To be unmasked and then testify
in chambers, but will come to open courts
masked. Okay.
But Anas is saying that for security reasons, they will not do that. Prosecution is challenging that at the Court of Appeal. So that has stalled the trial at the High Court. But today, they will be back at the High Court to apprise the court on the latest of what have become of the Court of Appeal. But what I do know at the Court of Appeal is that all the processes about the parties are waiting for a hearing notice to be served for them to go and then move their case at the Court of Appeal. But of course, once a date has been fixed for them to come to the High Court, they have to appear before the High Court for the prosecution to update the courts in relation to that particular matter. So it is one of the cases that is also coming. And of course, the issue about Madame Sisi Alapa is made. The issue that had led to Madame Sisi Alapa resigning from her position as the Minister for Sanitation. What it is now is that the last court sitting, the court ordered the OSP to furnish the first accused person, Patient Butchie, with some document, interview, caution statement, charge statement, and of course some moments that he had with the wife of Daniel Osekufo, in fact, Madame Sisi Dapa herself, the husband, Daniel Osekufo, for the accused person to be able to mount proper defense to the charges.
All right.
Been 7 of them have been charged for stealing Madam Siadapa and the husband's money. So that case is also before Justice Marie Louise Simmons, and we'll know more about when the cross-examination of the husband of Madam Siadapa will resume.
All right. Thank you very much, Mutala Enusa, our legal affairs correspondent. We'll see you tomorrow. We'll see you tomorrow for another edition.
Absolutely.